In this video you'll see two recent fixes. The first one is a major bug in version 0.97b, where the zero priority doesn't disable the wait time. So here we have a typical camper spot that utilizes the trigger tag to allow the bot defend this area only when it is really needed. By default, the zero priority set for the blues disables the wait time, so the bots will simply pass through this waypoint. But if the reds push back blues to their first push point, blue bots will start guarding at this waypoint. They will do so until they manage to push the reds past the second push point. Since the moment they occupy the bunker, they stop guarding at this waypoint again. In other words, blue bots will wait and guard here only when the reds control the bunker, otherwise they will be just passing through. Now the trigger is on, so the waypoint is set to a standard priority, which also activates the wait time. So the blue bot will guard it. Here we have basically the same thing. But now we've got a go back tag on the waypoint that can be disabled by zero priority too. This camper spot for snipers watches the last push point for the reds. And if the reds got here without gaining control of the other push points, then they will just camp behind the sandbags trying to kill a few blues, and then they will leave. Standard priority setting on this waypoint keeps the go back tag as well as the wait time active. But as you can see, the path continues past this waypoint. It actually reaches up to the final push point. This second part of the path will only be used when the reds control the second to last push point, the bridge. At that moment, the trigger will switch this waypoint to zero priority, which will deactivate both the go back tag as well as the wait time. So red snipers will be able to pass through it and capture the final push point to win the map. And if the blues gain control of the bridge, then the trigger will switch the waypoint back to standard priority settings, so the go back tag as well as the wait time will be active again. And red snipers won't go to the final push point because they wouldn't be able to capture it anyway. Now the trigger is on, so the waypoint got basically deactivated, and the bot can pass through it to reach the final push point and win the map. Second patch is actually more of an improvement to Firearms' specific parachuting feature. In 0.97b and previous versions, the bot wasn't able to parachute from crouch stance. Plus, there is a rework of detection of being in mid-air. The bot now uses the trace lines to determine whether he's just stepping down from something low or whether he should use the parachute. As you could have seen, if the quite long trace lane going down hits something solid, then the bot knows he's safe. But if it ends in free space, the bot knows he's high in mid-air and will use the parachute. Of course, he does these checks only when he is equipped with the parachute. Let's return back to the map where the blues always have to parachute in. They start on board of airplane, and there are the parachute waypoints that allow them leave the airplane only after they pick up the parachutes that are there too. This is the more common way of parachuting in Firearms. The parachute waypoints do have a wait time to make the bots postpone opening the parachute and so spend less time in mid-air. But the detection still needs to be used even here because parachuting isn't really the best feature in Firearms. There are bugs in it. Quite a lot, actually. So sometimes the bots will have troubles, and there doesn't seem to be a way around it. Well, the alternative spawn points in Marine Bot allows you to get rid of parachuting. But if you like the parachuting, then you will have to accept the bugs in it too. As you can see, usually the bot is able to handle it quite well. But look what happens when you unlock the FPS and let the game run at high rates. Suddenly the parachute won't always open when the bot activates it. Looks like the use key doesn't get recognized. Bot correctly sends the command to the engine. But the engine doesn't seem to process it. Therefore, Marine Bot code was changed so that the bot will check for this issue and will use the parachute again in a short while. The same problem is with throwing the parachute away when the bot is safely back on ground. But this was already partly dealt with because there already was a code that makes the bot repeat this action multiple times if it fails at first. However, the bot should be able to deal with this a bit better now, thanks to a few tweaks. There are other bugs like that the parachute gets activated right at the time the bot gets it. That happened off record on this older version of this map. This is without bot even knowing it. No standard messages got sent at that moment. There wasn't any variable showing that the bot got the parachute at all, nor any track of bot sending the use key command to the engine. Not being alerted that he got parachute, so he couldn't try to use it. It just happened, and then the bot was stuck with deployed parachute, unable to do any action with it. Simply put, the bot was unable to detect that such thing even happened. And of course the bot wasn't able to leave the airplane. Next problem is fact that if you touch, or better to say partly step on something solid while still in mid-air, the parachute stops slowing your descent. So you'll either die or get hurt or break your leg. Bots are affected by this issue too. So if you like parachuting and want to keep using it even with bots, then be prepared for such random events.